It's got to wait for it to load all the way up.
Okay.
I
I
think we're
think
really live, but
I think we are live.
okay. Welcome. Thanks, Anna, for joining us. I'm Annette from COVID Recovery Iowa, and Anna and I are going to talk about a book today called Read a Crayon Story. We are both outreach counselors with COVID Recovery Iowa. COVID Recovery Iowa is a FEMA-funded program. Once the state is declared a disaster, then they can go to FEMA and get some funding for the emotional side of what a pandemic is or any disaster is. So the whole state of Iowa is declared a disaster. And so we are here for a few more months. We go through the beginning of December to help people try to emotionally stay strong during this pandemic. And one of the things that we've been doing is we started this Parenting in a Pandemic Facebook page. Welcome for those of you that are here. And every Tuesday we go live with a different topic. And today we're going to discuss one of the books that are on our YouTube channel. So do you want me to first go show them how to get there?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let me share my screen here. Okay, can you see that?
Yes. It's like half of the page.
Yep, I have this bar at the top. So, okay. So this is our Facebook, or our YouTube channel for COVID Recovery Iowa. And if you just go to YouTube and search COVID Recovery Iowa, you're going to find it. And then if you're looking for a certain book and you don't know where it is, you can just go here and search. But I see the book that we're going to discuss is right here. So I'm going to click on that.
Like COVID Recovery.
I'm going to stop that because we don't want to listen to that right now. And then we have a short little description down here. And if you click on the show more part, there's an activity that goes along with the book. So it's pretty easy and it's fun. They're all about 5 to 8 minutes long around in that. We have some funny ones, like we had Ashton Kutcher read a book for us before too. And then lots of other books that are on there that talk about many different topics of conversation that you may want to discuss with your kids. So what was your take on this particular book?
Yeah, I thought that this book talked a lot about identity, specifically the red crayon's identity. I mean, it goes through and his friends, his family are trying to help him be red and color red things.
Because that's what his label says.
Right, because his label says red. So everyone thinks that he should be red. And they're confused why he's not making red. So they try changing him. I mean, they even like tighten his label on him. The sharpener tries to sharpen him up. They do everything, and they're not getting it until eventually, I think it was a new color asked him to draw an ocean, a blue ocean. And he's very hesitant with it at first because he's like, well, I have not been doing well at all these other things. But then he does try it and he's like, wow, this is so easy. And then after that, he starts coloring things that are blue. And he's like, wow, this is so much easier. And he finds out that he's good at it. So, yeah, I think he found out what he's good at. Even though people were trying to make him be a certain way, he just wasn't meant to do that.
And it's also, I think in there, like people can see you as a certain way, but you may not, it's like, I don't feel that's right. And that was part of his struggle, is like, I can't fit into that mold that people want me to be in. And until he could figure out what his true, let's just say, calling or talent was, then he could really open up and blossom. So sometimes people think we're supposed to be something that we really don't feel like that's the right fit for us. So there's that struggle of trying to figure out who we are. We all go through it. Everybody does. And you go through that array of different emotions as you go through that. And they don't get into the emotion part of it as much in this book, but just know that all of those are okay and it's real. I think that kind of helps with that too.
Yeah. And I mean, as you grow up, you try out different things, and some things you're just not going to be good at, but that shouldn't discourage you from trying something else, because it just takes trying new things, even though it's scary and can be difficult, especially when you've failed before. But, you know, you just have to keep on going. Like this crayon, he found out what he was good at, and
Just he
eventually,
tried something new. He kept trying.
right. And it's also helpful when you have support, because after he did find out what he was good at, all of his friends and family were like, oh, I always liked those blue strawberries. Like, they
Right.
were really encouraging. And I think having a support system can be really good for getting back up on your feet and trying new things and to keep going.
And maybe that support person you're not going to find in those that are closest to you. You might find it someplace else, and that's okay. You know, it might be the people that are closest to you, but sometimes it's not. You find somebody else that is really encouraging your talent at the beginning when others can't see it. So just know it may not be readily, you know, right there with you. You may sometimes have to find that support somewhere else, and that's fine too. So the activity that went along with this one was to take a crayon, and I started out with my large crayon, and see, like with one crayon, we can get different shades of color. So I did, like it just said to draw a line. So I drew my lines, and you can see I have dark lines and I have lighter lines, and you can get different shades from different colors. And sometimes when you push hard, it will break. And that's okay. You just have a shorter color to, you know, so I did break my crayon when I was trying to draw hard. And then the challenge was to take that, now that you know you can get different colors or shades of color from one crayon, just like we can have different shades of emotion. You can see if you can draw a picture. And I know you drew a picture of using one color with
Yes, I did. So this is the color I used. It's called Go With the Flow on this label because it's colors of kindness crayons. Um, and
oh yeah.
this is my picture that I drew.
You
Just
see
that one.
she has the light and the dark. I'm
Yes.
going to unshare my screen here so we can,
Oh yeah.
there we go. There.
So I have different shadings. So I obviously drew harder when I was doing the outlines of things, and then I colored softer with the grass so that you could see the different shades.
Yep. I did one too with my green crayon. And I don't know if people could show. See, I broke my crayon trying to do the dark and the light. And it's okay. It still works. I just had a smaller crayon. But it's funny how we did similar pictures and we didn't even know that we did similar pictures. And I said this it started out as I was trying to draw a dog and it didn't work. So I just made it into something else. You know, sometimes with art, that's what happens.
Right.
Different things. So, so in the description where it talks about this, it also, whoops, grab the wrong thing. Sorry. I'm trying to get down. It also explains how sometimes our feelings have different shades of feelings as well. Like, so some people really, really love cherries and some people maybe don't like them, and some people eat them, but they're okay. Some people you can tell they're angry right away because their face gets red and their muscles get tense. And some people you can't really tell if they're sad or angry, and it's okay because we have the array of feelings, just like we can have one crayon and it can get the different shades of color. We can have that with our emotions too, because we're all very unique. Thoughts on that, Anna?
I totally agree. Yeah, there are different ways that everyone will show emotions. And so, you know, it's important that you don't compare yourself to others when you're experiencing sadness or confusion or anger. I know for me, people can tell when I'm embarrassed because my face will turn super red. And, you know, it's something that I don't want people to see, but they see it. And there's nothing wrong with that either, because that's just how I show that emotion. And it's nothing to be ashamed of, you know, the way that you express your feelings and your emotions.
I was gonna check. We have one comment here and see what it was. Oops. This is what a great activity to go with this book. It makes you think about different ways we respond to things, emotions, etc. So similar to what we've been saying. So thanks, Lynn, for that comment. Sorry, I have my phone is going off. So sorry about that. Get that off of there. So any other comments or questions about this particular book or anything else that you want to mention about Red?
I don't really think so. I guess just a couple of questions that you guys can think about with the book is because, the crayon was thinking and figuring out their identity. Just how do you know who you are? And then how do you know what you're good at?
Oh. Sorry, I'm trying to watch to make sure there's any comments. And so I'm trying to double duty here. It's not working very well today. So, so yeah, I love the questions. We can post those in the comments when we're done too, so that we can think about that. And then I will put a link to this book if people are interested in going. You can go right there to the book as well. And then if you need any help, you just need someone to talk to, whatever it is you're looking for, we're here to help. You can find us at covidrecoveryiowa.org, or the Iowa Concern Hotline could connect you to us too, and that's 800-447-1985. Or you can also call the Iowa Warm Line, which is 844-775-9276. And another thing I want to say is even after COVID Recovery Iowa, because we're just temporary, it's not here anymore, these two 800 numbers will always be, they were here before and they'll continue to be in. So if you need help, those numbers will always be there, whether COVID Recovery Iowa is here or not. So thanks for joining us, Ina, today. And we'll get those questions and link posted in the comments when this video is done. And if you have any other questions or anything, you can connect with us. Connect with us on there, or make a comment on there, or like I said, just find us at covidrecoveryiowa.org. Thanks, Anna.
Bye.
Bye.